Hey guys, Jaws Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Blokees Transformers Rise of the Beasts Classic Class Mirage. So here he is, and before we take a look at Mirage himself, let's take a look at the packaging. Come on. There you go. So yeah, here it is. Yeah, so you can see the Blokees logo, Transformers. You get a little product shot here of Mirage with some weird looking eyes. Got this down here. Classic class, 66 pieces. All this nice stuff right down here. Here's the top of the packaging. Here's the bottom. Here's one side. So you can see him in, I guess, midair, sorta. You got accessories or whatever, and then you can see the back side of Mirage. Here's the other side. And here's the back. So just get this right here. You get a little bio right here. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like the little tech specs. And there he is right there. And there he is on the bass. Not the bass guitar, but on a literal bass. And then you can see all that right here. I forgot if it did cost $13.99. I thought it was more like $20, but whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. So let's bring Mirage right back into frame. And yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, about a month or so ago, I reviewed the Scourge Classic Class figure. Which was awesome from Blokees, and I quite enjoyed that model kit. Excuse me, man, my throat. I really enjoyed that model kit. I like putting it together, and I like the final product of it. It's nice, it's simple, but also pretty dang accurate to what we saw on the screen, and it's very posable. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just see if I can, if I ever come across one of these again. And sure enough, I did. I went into a hobby store nearby me, and I saw this guy. They had this guy. They had RC, Optimus Primal, maybe Bumblebee. I forgot. But I'm like, you know what? Let me get Mirage, since we don't really have a Mirage figure, or at least I don't have a Mirage figure that has a nice looking robot mode. Not even the Studio Series. I mean, for what it is, it looks fine, but it's not this. If you know what I'm saying. Anyways, let's see a close-up look here at the face sculpt. Really nice, I like the metallic blue that they chose. And yeah, I got silver here for the chest, like a gunmetal gray here for the abdomen. Quite dig it. And here's the back. Got some wheels in there. And more wheels right down there. So yeah, pretty cool. This guy stands about like 4 inches, I want to say. So it's pretty small, but even for being small model kit, it gets the job pretty well done. Now for posability, head's on the ball joint. You can move it side to side. Can look up that much and then down that far. Shoulders are both on ball joints, so you can move them around the full 360 degrees. You can move them outwards that much. He kind of has a bicep swivel. It's not really at the bicep. It's like between the bicep and the elbow, so you kind of get that going on. His hand popped off, which it is supposed to do. I mean, it's a model kit, but you'll see in a bit. Oh, and that went on. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, the elbow does bend about that much, and you do get a ball joint here at the wrist, so you can get, you know, nice wiggly movements. The waist does rotate. Legs can kick up only this far and back that far, and then outwards that much. The knees do bend, and there's also swivel here between the knee and the thigh. That's pretty cool. And the ankles are in ball joints, so you can move them however you like. You can tilt them, you can move the feet back and forth. Yeah, pretty nice. So that is pretty much it for posability. It's really good, you know, and the joints are nice and tight. So I do like that as well. Yeah, quite dig it. So anyways, now talking about, you know, the elephant in the room, since, you know, I accidentally turned it on. It's, you know, it's not too hard to get it on, honestly. So yeah, just as with Scourge, and I think pretty much the other YOLO Park Classic Class figures, at least from Rise of the Beasts, there is a light up gimmick, and you can activate that by tapping his chest, I think at least once, maybe twice if you have to, and that will light up both his chest and his eyes and his head crest, so that's pretty cool. So you can kind of get some more, it kind of looks a little more alive, you know, so he's not all dead looking. And yeah, that looks really cool. It's kind of like, I think I mentioned this in the Scourge review, it's kind of like what 3-0 does with their Transformer statues. So yeah, quite dig it. Especially again for a figure this small. Almost, yeah, honestly it feels a little too premium just to be for, you know, a figure that's like 4 inches tall and is like a $20 model kit. So, you know, ain't too bad. But yeah, anyways, now for accessories, and he does come with a decent amount of them. Let's see, so as you can see right here, you know, he's got his more generic hands. You know, they got the holes in them, so you can, I guess, give him like a gun or something if you want, even though it's not really necessary for this guy, because we'll look at that in a bit. But he does come with a few other pairs of hands, so he does come with these right here, with these kind of more relaxed, gestured hands. Here's what the other side of them should look like, if this will focus. There we go. So yeah, you know, you can pop them off, and that's lit up again. So you can snap that into place, and just get these in. It's really simple to get them off. It's not like you have to use all your might to remove them, which, you know, could be scary. You know, you don't want things to break, but yeah, luckily it's not really an issue with this guy. So yeah, you can have him go, "Wait, Optimus, don't," or something like that, or, you know, just have him standing like a normal bot would, you know, just like that. But that's not normal. But yeah. Anyways, let's pop off his hands, because he does have one more pair of hands, and that is these ones right here, where he's just pointing his index. And yeah, that's what the other side looks like. This is like what we saw in the front of the box. So yeah, you know, you can have them with those if you like. There's that. So you can just pretend to shoot you, like pew 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 pew, gotcha, something like that, you know. But we'll just you know, we'll just bring back in these hands for the rest of the review. I like these ones the most, because, you know, they make the most sense. I mean, this definitely, these hands, the ones with the index finger pointing out, those ones, you know, capture his personality, I think, the best. But you know, these ones are probably the most useful ones, but, you know, but on display, not really much you can do with those, since, you know, his gun, which we'll look at right now, doesn't have to be handheld, so, you know, so I kind of like having just with generic hands. But yeah, speaking of the gun, here it is. And yeah, as you can see, it's not one of those guns where he just holds it by like a hilt or something, you know. It's a cannon, you know, I should have specified it's a cannon. An arm cannon to be specific, because, well, just like in the movie, his forearm was able to transform into the cannon. Obviously that's not physically possible with this figure or mount kit. But luckily, you know, you can remove, I think you could remove both if you want, both those forms, but I think it suggests mainly his right one, but I don't think it matters. I think it's compatible with both. But yeah, so let's just plug this right in. I think this is the way it goes in. Let me just double check. Let's see, do I have it right? I think I have it right. Yeah. So there you go. Now he has his cannon, so he can shoot some Terracons or Predacons, whomever. So that's nice. Nice little inclusion indeed. But we'll just bring back his normal arm. There we go. And yeah, so anyways, just getting them all straightened out right here. And there we go. So yeah, so anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here he is with Scourge. And yeah, as you can see, he's about an inch smaller than Scourge. He was about like 5 inches or so. And this Mirage is about 4. But, you know, it's still decent scaling. I mean, you probably should, technically Mirage should be just a little shorter, but it's good enough, I'd say. At least they, you know, managed to get the scaling somewhat right. And last but not least, here is with a convenient Mirage for me to grab one. That's about the same scale. And you could see what I meant about, like, literally any other Mirage from Rise of the Beast I had, which is, you know, only 2 other ones, not having a great looking robot mode. Because I have this one of course now, and the Studio Series one, which, you know, is a decent figure, but the robot, you know, this doesn't really do it for me, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're both about the same scale, but you could see it's night and day. I mean, this one lacks paint, is pretty chunky, looks nothing like how he did in the movie, and there's barely any posability. This is gorgeously painted, looks almost exactly like how he did on the screen, comes with a bunch of different accessories, and of course, you called it, you can move like however you want. I mean, this one does pose around, but you know, you can't move the head, you can't move the elbows unless you want this going on. And I guess bend at the knee, sort of. I mean, yeah, this is a fun figure for, you know, your toddler or something, but at the end of the day, this one blows this one right out of the water. So yeah, I mean, it's not a fair comparison, but I'm just showing like what an awful looking Mirage looks like and a great looking Mirage looks like, based on the same design, sort of. That one was more based off concept art, I think, but still, the message applies. So yeah, there's that, but that's not where things end, because just like with Scourge and, you know, the other Blokees figures, he comes with a base, as I mentioned before. And here it is. So it has like 2 like rectangular tiles, and you just kind of put them together, and you get this going on. So yeah, so you got this right up here, and what's funny is that they're still using one of the old concept renders where you have the battle mask and the sort of silver helmet, which, you know, in the end he didn't have in the final movie. So that's kind of funny. Here's the other side, and yeah, so Now for, okay, well this is kind of cool, but it's kind of boring. So is there anything else that they provide with it? And yes, they did. It came with these right here. I have no idea what they are. I think they might be like holographic pieces or something. Like they're translucent blue, and they kind of have that digital sort of look. And you know, considering he did use holograms in the movie, kind of, this does make sense. So, yeah, there they are. So yeah, you can attach them on each corner of the base. And there you go. And of course, to put the cherry on the top, let's get Go Mirage, plug in right there. And there we go. So you know, you could have them on display with, you know, doing whatever pose you'd wish. But you know, it's kind of, it's bare bones really. Even with these little pieces, it doesn't really add a whole lot to it. Just a little, but not enough really. But who cares? It's a budget figure kind of. So yeah. But yeah, there you guys have that. So there you guys have my review for the Blokees Transformers Rise of the Beasts Classic Class Mirage. And yeah, I gotta say, you know, he's really cool. Just like as with Scourge, you know, very good posability. The paint is even better than Scourge. I mean, you know, Scourge didn't have like a lot of vibrant paint or anything like that, but still, you could tell that the designers put even more effort into this guy, and it definitely shows. And you know, layup gimmick, I mean, it's kind of there, but you know, it's still nice, you know, little touch. And you know, again, a pretty fun build. That's what I like about these Blokees, are that like they're model kits, but like they're not tedious to put together. You know, they're pretty fun. It's not like putting together like a Gundam model kit. I mean, I've never collected, you know, Gundam before. Never put together one of those model kits. I just heard they're atrocious to put together, especially, you know, with the paint and stuff. This you don't have to worry about. I mean, maybe it's a little too simple, but you know, I don't care. I like simplicity sometimes. So you know, pretty nice. And it's very good, very well priced as well. You know, it's not, they're not asking you for like $500 just for this little guy. So yeah, I quite dig that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you ever, you know, or you know, look around, if you ever look around some store, you see this guy, I'd say yeah, definitely pick him up. You know, if you like the Mirage's design in Rise of the Beasts, or you just like that movie in general, or you're just a Mirage fan, you know, it's nice, worthwhile pickup. So yeah, but anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure or model kit, whatever you want to go with. But yeah, so yeah, anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.